Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto our apostles, as well as the men that taught them, as well as the elder bishops and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings unto the 144,000, all right, which is 12,000 men out of each of the tribes, okay, that's going to be the government body, or really is the government body. Okay, prophecy just has to, the rest of the prophecy just have to finish being fulfilled until the 144,000, which is the government body of Israel and the world, for all nations. Okay, it'll be fulfilled when we're ruling this planet Earth under our Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay, also peace and blessings unto the rest of the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Ibadia from the GMS Houston camp. All right, and I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video, but it may be something along the lines of all things that Esau is doing, all things that Esau are doing is geared towards and leading to the implementation of the MOTB, which is the RFID microchip. Okay? Everything that's going on with Esau, what he's doing in the government, what he's doing in the world, what he's doing in Babylon the Great, ultimately it's all geared towards bringing that technology or mandating that technology in order for you to operate on the grid. All right, that's one way of putting it. And we have things like, starting in DC, Trump have already pretty much is militarizing DC, coming for the crime in DC. Who's the face of crime? Jake. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and then it's supposed there's information that he's supposed to be going to address it in other states too, like or other states and cities like California, Oakland, LA. Well, California is a state. Then inside the state, Oakland, Los Angeles, okay, New York. All right. Then you also have this deal where they're cleaning up the streets, so to speak, making it, bam, it's illegal to be homeless. You get in trouble for being homeless. So they're gathering up the homeless people. Okay, giving them a choice. You choose a shelter or jail. Okay, well, I believe if there was enough shelter to house all these homeless people, that they would much rather choose a shelter than to be out on the streets. Okay, there's only so much shelter available. You fucking man. Excuse me. You damn devil, man. This man is the devil. All right. You see, they've come for starting with the Latin tribes with this the mass deportation, and then they the ones that hadn't been deported yet are in pretty much like a concentration little camps, like a concentration camp. All right, they're working them. So what is all this about? It's about Esau getting a hold on society, absolute control. Okay, because if you're homeless, you really can evade the system to a degree. If they want to find you, they can find you, but they're gonna have to put in some work. Say if you're homeless, you ain't been at a certain address for several years, you don't have a cell phone. All right, they really can't track you that well, or they're gonna have to work hard to track you down. Same thing with people that these Jakes out here, that are, and not only Jake, but mainly Jake, that are they're not working. They're accustomed to the street life, selling dope, robbing, whatever the hell. They don't keep jobs. They in the streets, you know. To a degree, they can kind of evade being on the grid unless they on like parole or probation, which you still can leave the city, and then they start looking for you. You see, or leave the state, or leave wherever, and they unless you got an ankle monitor on. But if you do decide to leave, then they gonna be on your ass. You know. So just to bring that out as a couple of examples, this devil is trying to get everybody up to date in the system. Everybody logged into this new system to where they can pull you up quick. You know, all these all these people in the streets committing crime, clean it up. All right. And really, so they could either lock you up to kill you, but if you locked up, now they gotta update status on you. If you out in the streets doing whatever, even though you may have a cell phone, and they could, find you if they need to. Okay, they may not have you got guys that don't have a solid address, and females that don't have a solid address. They bouncing around all over the place. Esau wants to get traceability. He needs to have traceability on everybody, and this ties into the money. This economic global collapse is collapsing. It's soon to collapse. All right, and have an collapse, and then transition into a worldwide digital economy. Now traceability, you can trace the dollars, so to speak, the digital dollars precisely. Because right now, if I had I made some cookies at the house, right, and I want to go to work and sell cookies, this man won't know about them transactions. I'm selling cookies on the side. Or if if you cut grass, you got your little side hustle going on. You cut grass, you get paid under the table. Or if you out selling dope and shit, you know. So when you streamline the money digital, put the money system completely online, now it's 100% traceable. Every dollar, okay? And now you can control it. You can control it. So Esau is getting everything set up for this MOTB to get everybody logged into the system some kind of way. The homeless, the criminals. I brought that out to give a couple of examples, and then to tie this whole thing together. All right, the MOTB. We can trace where you at, and we can trace what you spend, and we can control how you spend, and we can play with your mind. So what does this sound like? Esau wants to be the Most High. He's trying to play God on this planet Earth. He want to know where everybody's at, what you're doing, what you're thinking, where you been, what you buy, when you buy, what time you buy, and it can pull it up on online, so to speak, quick. Okay, this is Esau with his God complex, trying to have absolute control. It's all about control and power with this man. And he wants complete control and power, but he can't have it. Only the Most High, and it's through his son, okay, is going to have the ultimate absolute control. Okay? And Esau's trying to get that type of power and control in the earth. All right? So I'm going to bring out a couple of scriptures. And this will have to be a lesson for another time. Because I'm in 2 Thessalonians 2. And you see right here it says, man of lawlessness. Man of lawlessness. All right? But I'm going to get to the point. This 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Well, let me read 3 first. It says, let no man, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, the day of Yahushua returning to destroy the wicked and deliver the elect. That's that day that this is talking about. Except there come a falling away first, the nation of Israel falling away off their land, ultimately losing their nationality, and then now we came back to our nationality. So the falling away has happened. All right. And that man of sin be revealed. And the man of sin is Esau. Okay, these Edomites, especially the global elite, the international bankers. All right. They're the man of sin because they set up a world that breeds behavior contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures. It says the son of perdition because this Esau has done nothing but destroyed the nations and the earth since he's been in power, and he's going to be destroyed. The same way he came into power and ruled, same way he's going to be taken out. Okay? It says, who opposed it and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshiped, so that as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Okay? And that's some proud shit. Esau, he pretty much told the world he's God through setting up Caesar Borgia in the harlot houses. All right, which means if Caesar Borgia he's an Edomite or so-called white man, and the Heavenly Father is a so-called white man. Okay. So what does that say? What is Esau saying by doing such a thing? I'm God. I'm in control, absolute control. I can do what God does, and he think he can do it better. The pride of this man. He think he can do things better than the Most High Yahweh. Why Yahweh shy? Okay, and that's BS completely. This is Isaiah 14 and 14, and this is talking about Lucifer, which Lucifer goes back to meaning light bearer, which Esau is the light bearer. He's the one that has the records and documentation and information on everything. Who's really who? Okay, meaning he knows that we're the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. He knows the all the inner workings of what he set up, all the little details and inner workings of this society, because he set it up. So he put out an illusion, but things are really working a different way behind the scenes, which that's been exposed and still being exposed. Okay, but Esau is Lucifer right now. It says, so jump into the 14th verse, Isaiah 14:14. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. That's why Esau got satellites out there, okay, under the firmament. All right. He's fixated on figuring out outer space. He got his space station out there, okay. It says, I will be like the Most High. Well, you can't. You ain't figured out the heavens. You haven't mastered the knowledge of the sea, of the marine world. You see, we say I will be like the Most High. In order to be like the Most High, you have to know where everybody's at on this planet Earth, what's going on, what they're thinking, what they're about to do. Esau wants these capabilities through his technology, which the key thing to tie everything together, man and machine or man and technology, is the MOTB. All right? And that's what Esau's doing right now. He's getting absolute control on where everybody's at. Okay? Data logging and data and logging data on everybody, getting everybody logged in to this digital system. Okay? Because this man wants to be like the Most High. He has a God complex. I'm in the video right there. This was just something quick that was on my spirit. Lord willing, it was edifying. And on to the next one, I say shalom.